Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. On 1st and 10, Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Fields. It's caught. Shepard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
New York set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Fields. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Fields. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. The 40, 30, the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Good job,
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 22, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, his throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 7-7, our score after 1.
Check, 47. They gonna need some therapy.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
319. Check, 43. 6-man.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Let's go, see? Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, Fields. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields.
Just like that.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Check, 43. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shift.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Underneath into the hands of Sternberger. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Fields.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Fields. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rodgers now on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Scott. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
Let's go.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Rodgers throwing again. Getting this into the hands of Turner. and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And now out come the Giants. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer. Now from all the work he's getting.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go heavy.
Throwing on first down. Fields looking middle, and it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you.
Now Saquon Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Fields completes it to Dixon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Encroachment defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Turner. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Let's go.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields finds his tight end Ingram, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Fields. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw. Fields. He gets it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Everyone's got 4 down.
On 4th down, Fields. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Operating from the gun, Fields looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 9 now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
4 down.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, it's Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Elliott puts this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Rosa's kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On first down, Fields As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
We got 4.
Off play action. Fields. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. On first down, Scott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Scott, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Dixon, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields completes it to Dixon. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh, yeah!
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the carry, this is Scott. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They go again with Scott. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, as if overtime wasn't a twist enough to this plot, a blocked field goal return for a touchdown to put a capper on this crazy game.
Crazy indeed. And we had 4 quarters of really good football. But how about the bonus we got that turned into this? And all I keep thinking about is the team that was kicking the field goal. There was a breakdown somewhere that allowed the block to happen.
And then the scoop, and to take it the rest of the way in the other direction. What an ending.
That's dramatic indeed, folks. And let's head to the airport, partner.
So for the Packers, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago